I like, click, subscribe, do all that. You know what time it is. It's Netflix time. This joint is called Fear Street Part 1, 1994. After a series of brutal slayings, a teen and her friends take on an evil force that's plagued the notorious town for centuries. Welcome to Shadyside. So this is one of a 3-part series, the whole trilogy where we get popping. You already know what time it is. The first movie is an hour 47 minutes long. And we will get to all 3, but we will check out the first one. Spoiler alert, let's get it. So first it starts up with this chick named Heather working in a bookstore. Then she's talking to this guy named Ryan that happens to work in the mall too. Then the phone gets disconnected out the blue. She walks around, but the only thing she sees is this janitor. Then Ryan pops up out of nowhere and scares her and shit. Making love to blow up dolls. She's like, look man, just stick around, I need a ride home. Then we hear a faint voice call out his name and he's like, what? He assumed it was Heather, but she ain't say nothing. Then she goes back in the store, we see a close up on all these books. Then every now and then a book keeps dropping off the stand. She goes to pick up one of them. Next thing you know, we got this guy in a cloak with a knife. Then he turns around and stabs her, oh shit. Or so we thought because the book actually saved her life. So now she's running, she's trying to escape, she's trying to call the police. But then the dude ends up getting in another store. She gets scared when she sees a skeleton because the guy has a skeleton mask on. Oh, but look, I one of them happens to be the real one, oh shit. Sliced her damn stomach. She ended up knocking him out for a little bit, and I don't know how the hell she was still running with her stomach sliced open. Then she's running around the mall, found a bunch of people dead. Then he catches her ass. She trying to get away, but then she gets done dead. But before that, she removed the mask, and it was Ryan behind the mask. Oh shit. But then all of a sudden he gets shot in the dome by the police officer who came after he got the call. So they're both done dead. That's how we starting this shit off, huh? Bet. Then we got this girl named Dina writing some type of hate you letter to some person named Sam. Then we get the police report from Officer Nick. And then we have Dina's brother Josh. He's on this website where they talk about Shadyside killers, talking to this one person named Queen of Air and Darkness. Then Dina comes in and interrupts him, takes his Walkman and shit. So he's been on there with a community of people that go through all the events that happen in Shadyside with all these killings. And the killings are legit, including what happened last night. Then they get ready for school. Their sports team is called the Shadyside Witches. And as Josh is walking down the hallway, here comes Josh's love interest, this girl named Kate. When he gets nervous, he starts reciting up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start. For those who don't know, that's Nintendo 8-bit classic codes. You know, for games like Contra, Ninja Turtles, and shit like that. Keep in mind, this is 1994. Why he recites that when he's nervous, I have no idea. Anyway, Kate meets up with Dina as the people have a memorial for Heather on their own locker. And they keep talking about this witch named Sarah Fear. Alright, so the legend in this town is, people think all these random killings are linked to this one person that died back in 1666. A lady by the name of Sarah Fear who practiced on witchcraft. And because she was burnt at the stake unceremoniously, she's using other people to get back at the town. And here we have Simon. He rolls with Kate. I'm not sure if it's like a half-brother, step-brother, something like that. Bottom line, they live in the same house together. He was hiding something in the girl's locker room, I forgot what it was. So Dina's got this box of stuff she's trying to give to Kate, and she needs her to give it to this person named Sam, who's her ex. Kate's like, nope, I'm not getting involved in that shit. Now apparently Dina quit the band, but they're forcing her to put the suit on one more time so they can go up to Sunnyvale. Sunnyvale's another school, and apparently that's their competition. So she puts on the uniform one more time. Side note, they're playing Cypress Hill Insane in the membrane in the background. Some gangster shit as they're headed to Sunnyvale. So as they get there, Dina sees her ex, Sam. Clearly they moved on without her. Then we find out Sam is a girl, obviously short for Samantha. So Sam broke up with her and then she moved to another school, and Dina thinks she's pretending to be something that she's not. Yeah, it's definitely a back and forth between them two. Then all of a sudden a fight breaks out between Sunnyside and Shadyside. Sunnyvale, my bad. Kate riles up the troops. She said, yeah, we gonna go back and fuck these niggas up. Then Dina looks out the back of the bus and sees Sam with some masked men, representing Sunnyvale, no doubt. And they was getting up tossing shit at the bus. Then Dina's nose started bleeding out of nowhere. Instead of throwing the juice, she tosses the whole fucking cooler at the car. Shit swerves out of control and lands in the forest somewhere. Car's all fucked up. Now Sam's crawling up the car. Her nose starts bleeding too. And she starts seeing all this demonic shit. They're like, what the fuck is that? Dina goes down to check on her. So the images she was seeing was what happened to Sarah Fear back in the day. But why is she seeing these images? Of course, the cops come through, and everybody's sticking to their stories. They tell them accidents just happened. Yeah, Sunnyvale and Shadyside got beef, but bottom line is, they ain't about that snitching life. They ain't telling you nothing. Cause it's Fear Streets, they keep it in the streets. Then this nigga Ryan talking shit. Then he whispers in the air, you're all Shadyside trash, you're all fucking dead. Is that a threat? Word? That's how you feel? So Josh next day is like, hey man, what's going on with these police reports? Get your ass up, we getting ready for school. You better fix this shit before dad comes home. Then she turns on the news, and they identified the mall killer as Ryan Torres. But you already knew that shit. Somebody prank calling her phone, probably those Sunnyvale niggas. Actually, she called Sam and her mom picked up the phone, was like, man, stop calling her, we ain't got time for you. Then the doorbell rings, she's telling Josh to answer it. Josh ain't hearing none of that shit, he playing video games. That good old Castlevania, bitch! He must be playing Rondo Little Blood. I seen the Sega Genesis controller. Now you can barely see off to the side, you can see hoops though. And it was a baseball game, you know, that Nintendo collection. Anyway, Dina goes to the door and sees a skeleton man across the street. And she thinks it's Ryan fucking with him and shit. Josh don't care about none of that, but he came upstairs to get some pizza. Then she looks out the window. Then she sees the masked man in the backyard, this time with a bloody knife. And she still thinks it's Ryan. Meanwhile, Kate is teaching little kids about drugs as they're playing Snoop Dogg's G's and Hustlers in the background. Who are these two kids anyway? Well, apparently she's supposed to be babysitting them. And she definitely tells them don't eat the pills. This nigga Simon ain't sorting no damn clothes or nothing. He got the same clothes on for last night. Alright, one thing I forgot to mention. When they all went to the car to make sure Sam was okay, she sneezed blood on his shirt. I'll explain why that's important in a minute. Yeah, take a shower, put some new clothes on, you fucker. So Kate gets the call from Dina, but the call gets disconnected and somebody broke in their house. It was the masked guy, but why was he sorting through their laundry? Yeah, oh shit. They don't think it's no danger, they still think it's Ryan too. So the guy disappears, they end up dropping the kids off back at the house. Or at this lady house, whoever she is. So now they're definitely thinking to themselves as Ryan, it's like, alright, we gotta get back at these fuckers. So now that they're so convinced it's Ryan, they go to the hospital so they can check on Sam. This lady wasn't trying to let them back there at first, until they talked to this dude that they know named Betty. Actually, somebody Kate knows real well. Because that's where she gets her drugs from. So now Dina goes to confront Sam, tells her, like, tell Ryan to stop backing off doing all this other dumb shit. But she's like, that's impossible. Ryan's been with me the whole fucking time. Kate wants some candy at the candy machine, but she ain't got no money. They ain't got no money neither, but Josh got a trick. So he does something to impress this girl, he presses these random buttons, and then all them shit starts spinning around like, yeah, I got this shit, pimp status. You already know what it is. Dina still thinks she's covering for Sam or whatever. Sam is like, Ryan's been here with me the whole fucking time. Then all of a sudden, Ryan gets stabbed out of nowhere, oh shit. And there he is, the skull mask man ready to kill niggas. So niggas try to get the fuck away, they balling. Niggas like, where you going? Yo, hey, what's good? Time for us to run. And then this nigga's coming, chase after niggas, everybody try to run. And this is the funniest part. You just got these old people just sitting there chilling. They don't mind this shit. They can't find no keys. Nurse lady dead. Betty pops out of nowhere while Dina and Sam are hiding. And then the masked man deads Betty. He finished him. After the scuffle trying to get away, Dina discovers something. When she kicked off the mask, it was fucking Ryan that was chasing him. What in all of these fuck? How is he still alive? He's supposed to be dead. He took a shot to the dome when he was in the mall. So I think it's safe to say this witchcraft stuff is real as they escape with a... They took a fucking ambulance truck. Meanwhile, the ambulance guy gets locked up. They blame him for the killings. Well, not really, because they blame Ryan for the killings, right? Wait a minute, why the fuck is he locked up? Oh wait, they got him for spray painting. Apparently they thought they were his cans. There's gotta be more to it than that. He got locked up for that shit. Anyway, they explain their story to the police. The police don't believe that shit. Classic. They're sitting far away from the police station with the ambulance truck. Simon's gotta go take a piss. Intimate time with his boo. And he tells about Ryan Torres. Obviously, they don't believe him because it's like, okay, he's already dead. And of course, he's not gonna believe him because he shot him point blank. So Officer Nick goes to dip off for a minute as Dina's staring at the other officer's keys and gun. So while Simon's taking a piss, he hears somebody singing. Dina causes a ruckus with the cop but then apologizes. But she only did that to sneak away his keys and his gun. Yeah, she pulls some slick shit. Simon goes over to this girl that's just sitting there singing. Then she starts attacking her with a razor blade. And right before she was about to slice her, Dina busts two in her back. And in her eye. You think she's dead as shit, right? All of a sudden, this bitch starts getting up. Again, what in all of these? These motherfuckers are not normal. Look at that. Healing back to normal. So now they're all back at the house, and here's how all this shit works. So apparently, it's three types of killers that are after them. The girl that got back up, her name is Ruby. She murdered her boyfriends and her friends and killed herself. But she did this shit 30 years ago. Ruby's a Shadyside killer just like Ryan. 1978, the spot was called the Camp Nightwing Massacre, which is where they found the guy in the woods with his big ass axe. And he doesn't walk, he runs at the niggas. 1950, this milkman named Harry Rooker murdered off on somebody. He was killing a bunch of housewives. 1922, they had a killer named Billy Barker. 1944, this guy named Grifter Gufter. He would usually drown his victims. Now this guy they're looking at is the pastor. One of the first killings happened in 1666. He used to kill kids and cut out their eyeballs. Sam can't take it, she starts spitting up blood. Dina and Sam got a heart-to-heart. Now Dina also has some of Sam's blood on her shoes for some reason. Now they believe Sarah Fear is the cause of all of this because of her witchcraft and sorcery. Now in 1666, Sarah Fear was executed. Like I said earlier, she was basically hung for witchcraft. But ever since she was executed, they say she's been possessing people. That's how the story goes. But she's been using these killers to take revenge on the town. Now the blood thing is important because even when they were chasing him, they were specifically targeting Sam at that point. But why? So the only reason the Axe guy, Ruby, and Ryan were trying to kill everybody else was because they had Sam's blood on them. But once again, why are they trying to kill Sam? Well, they go back to the site of the crash where she had the vision of Sarah Fear. And they find out when she digs around that spot, they find chains and bones. And they find out that is the exact spot where Sarah Fear died. So Sam somehow accidentally caused this chain reaction. Basically, she disturbed her grave. So then they thought they could bury the bones and leave it in peace so that way the spirits would go away. But nope, them motherfuckers are still coming. They went right past Josh though, indicating they're all going totally for Sam. They haul ass and get back to the ambulance. So now they about to come up with this crazy ass plan to try to trap all the spirits and finish them off for good. So they're gonna go to the school, wear her clothes, wear her blood on it, and make blood trails. So they can basically trap all the spirits at once. They think they're about to die, so it's a long time with Dina and Sam. That's a big ass gash the Axe guy gave Sam. Simon in the bathroom by himself doing whatever the fuck he's doing. Josh in the bathroom with his boo Kate. The tongue action with with Dina and Sam, and then they hear noises. It's time. Simon like, man, y'all niggas ready yet or what? Simon like, word, that's what it is? Kate's like, calm down, it's barely first base. Simon's like, come on, everybody's getting action but me. So she pours all her blood in a bucket. They got nitrogen and chloroform bottles all over the place. And they basically gonna lure them in and blow these motherfuckers up. So then they all start coming one by one. They all ready for the whiffling. They all go in the bathroom to find Sam, but she escaped through the vent. They lock the door, pour that shit, and while these niggas are stuck in there, light the match and blew the niggas the fuck up. When they go in there, check there's body parts everywhere, but then they start forming back together, yo. It's like, what the fuck? How is that shit even possible? So at this point, they all lock themselves in a room, and Kate saying the only way this is gonna work, we're going to sacrifice Sam. Dina saying hell no, but Sam is like, yeah, you're right. Going out there for the greater good, I don't want to take you down with me. But before she does that, Josh comes up with an idea. He was looking for somebody that actually survived this, by a lady by the name of C. Berman. They tried calling her, nobody answered the phone. Right around the time, they got Sam right back in. So when she made the spirits go away, C. Berman had to die and then come back to life. So after they get away from the spirits, they're gonna come up with another crazy ass plan. Officer Nix ends up going to Dina's house, and he slips a piece of paper in the door saying it's happening again. What's happening again? Alright, so their plan is to sort out the narcotics that they got from Kate, and she's gonna take just enough of them to die, and then make her take a bunch of adrenaline shots so she can come back to life. I know Sam, like the rest of us, would be feeling like too many things could go wrong with this fucking plan. Everybody has X's on their chest with Sam's blood on it, so that way the spirits will run around and get distracted. That's right, Josh, you get yours in, get that cake, get all of that. Now it's time for them to get in position. I got a feeling this plan is gonna go all the way to fuck left. And now she's making her take the pills because they hear him coming. Here comes Skullman, oh shit. Kate sprays him with the fire, get the fuck out of here. Now Kate's hiding. Damn it, Skullman caught up to her. So at this point, the pills aren't working fast enough, so she's basically gonna drown Sam in a lobster tank. Meanwhile, Simon's on the other side of the supermarket. Oh fuck, Ruby's behind him. You ain't sneaking up with me, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Josh still walking around. Here comes Axeman coming out of nowhere. Dina's still trying to drown Sam. Ryan's got Kate near a fucking meat grinder, oh no. Yo, he can't do it, yo, no, yo. And holy shit, he actually put her head through it. What the fuck, man? Simon sees the devastation, so does Josh, but why has he got that look on his face? Oh shit, the Axeman came out of nowhere and finished off Simon. Damn it, my niggas dying left and right, what the fuck? And just when they're about to get Dina and Josh, she officially killed Sam and them niggas disappeared. But now they gotta give her the adrenaline so she can come back to life. Which by mere fucking luck, she was able to. They go to the police, they all stick to the same story. There was only 3 of them talking, confirming that Kate and Simon really are dead. They all said they fell on some glass or some shit like that. You know they ain't telling no story. Damn it, I really wanted Josh to have his boo. This nigga still locked up for no reason and shit. Josh helps him out, slides him a paperclip so he can get out of his cuffs when he wants to. Then he slides Josh some type of engineering card or something. Samantha's mom picks her up and is like, alright, we getting the fuck out of here. But not before she certifies a date with Dina tonight. They're just chilling, enjoying themselves. Dina and Josh get pizza and everything's fine. But then she actually gets a call from C. Berman. I'm like, oh shit. Telling her that Sarah Fila is still alive. She tells her it's never over. Sarah makes her own rules. Then there's this spot somewhere where Sarah has all these names, and Samantha's name gets written in the hieroglyphics. Then all of a sudden when Dina turns around, Sam stabs Dina in the fucking stomach. I'm like, what? Meanwhile, Josh is still back on the computer, talking to the Queen of Air in darkness. I think when we find out who he's talking to on the other side of the computer, that might be a big clue. Then all of a sudden he comes upstairs, sees all his blood, and Dina tied up Sam with some telephone cords. She's being possessed. She's talking about she's gonna save her, but how's she gonna do that? She's gonna have to find some way to talk to C. Berman. And that's part 1. Holy shit, I'm ready for part 2. Fear Street Part 1, 1994 on Netflix. Check it out, like, click, subscribe, do all that. You already know what time it is. Look, easy, bitch. Big, could you get this slogan?